You're going to die poor. And it won't be because you didn't work hard enough. It'll be because someone convinced you that working hard was enough. Right now, while you're watching this, there's a voice in your head. It's not yours. It's older, quieter, and it's been sabotaging your financial future since before you even got your first paycheck. This isn't a motivational speech. This is a warning. Let me paint you a picture. It's Sunday night. You're lying in bed, scrolling through your phone, and suddenly that sick feeling hits your stomach. Monday's coming. Another week. Another grind. You check your bank account real quick, just to see where you're at. And there it is. That number. The one that never seems to grow. Sure, money comes in. Every 2 weeks like clockwork. But it also goes out. Rent, car payment, groceries, insurance, subscriptions you forgot you even had. By the middle of the month, you're already doing math in your head. Can I afford to go out this weekend? Should I skip lunch and just eat at home? Maybe I'll get that thing I want next month. But next month comes, and the cycle repeats. You're not broke, but you're not free either. You're stuck in this weird middle space where you make money, but you never actually have money. And the worst part? You're doing everything you were told to do. You went to school. You got the job. You show up every single day. You're responsible. You're trying. So, why does it feel like you're running on a treadmill that someone else controls the speed on? Why does everyone around you seem just as stuck? And why does the idea of being actually wealthy, like truly financially free, feel like a fantasy reserved for other people? Here's what they don't tell you. The problem isn't your salary. It's not even your spending habits. Not really. The problem is that you've been programmed, and you didn't even know it was happening. See, every belief you have about money, every decision you make with your paycheck, every fear that stops you from taking a risk, it didn't come from you. It was installed, like software. And the people who installed it, they meant well. They were trying to protect you, but they were also running on outdated code. Think about it. When you hear the word invest, what's the first feeling that comes up? For most people, it's fear, anxiety. That's risky. I could lose everything. I don't know enough. Where did that come from? When you think about quitting your job to start something of your own, what happens? A voice says, that's not realistic. You need stability. What about benefits? Who taught you that? You've been living by a rule book you never agreed to. And the scariest part? The people who wrote that rule book were surviving a completely different world than the one you're trying to survive in now. Let's go back, not to your childhood, but to theirs. Your parents, your grandparents, Gen X, the boomers before them. These people grew up in a different economy, a different America. You got a job at a factory or a company. You stayed there for 30 years. You got a pension, a gold watch, maybe a little house with a white fence. The system actually worked for them. Loyalty meant something. Stability was real. So they built their beliefs around that. Work hard. Keep your head down. Don't make waves. Save a little bit in the bank. Don't spend what you don't have. Investing? That's for Wall Street guys. Starting a business? That's a gamble. Just get a good job with good benefits, and you'll be fine. And they taught you the same thing. Because in their world, it worked. But here's the truth you need to hear. That world is dead. Pensions? Gone. Loyalty? Companies will replace you with someone cheaper in a heartbeat. Savings accounts? Inflation eats them alive. The cost of living has exploded, while wages stayed basically flat. Your rent is double what theirs was, adjusted for inflation. College cost them a summer job. It cost you 6 figures in debt. But the advice? The advice stayed the same. And that's why you're stuck. You're playing by 1985 rules in a 2026 game. Let's break down what's actually happening in your brain. First, scarcity mindset. You've been taught that there's never enough. Money is hard to get. You have to hold on tight. Spending is dangerous. Risk is dangerous. So you stay small. You don't ask for the raise. You don't start the side hustle. You don't invest because what if I lose it? But here's the twist. By trying to protect what little you have, you guarantee you'll never have more. Second, the job security illusion. You think having one employer means you're secure. But what you really have is one point of failure. They downsize, you're done. They relocate, you're scrambling. The safe choice is actually the riskiest one. But you were taught to fear entrepreneurship, to fear multiple income streams, to think that anything outside a 9 to 5 is chaos. Third, the grinding trap. You've been told that hard work equals success. So you work harder, longer hours, extra shifts, hustle mode. But nobody told you that rich people don't trade time for money. They buy time. They build systems. They make money while they sleep. You're exhausted because you're running the wrong race. Let me show you the difference. An average person gets a paycheck and thinks, what can I buy? A rich person gets money and thinks, what can this buy for me without me touching it? Average person says, I need a safe job. Rich person says, I need assets that pay me whether I work or not. Average person saves in a bank account at 0.5% interest. Rich person buys stock, real estate, businesses, things that grow faster than inflation. Average person says, I can't afford it. Rich person says, how can I afford it? See the difference? It's not about how much you make. It's about how you think about what you make. The system didn't fail you. You were just never taught how the system actually works. And the people who benefit from it, they like it that way. They need workers. They need people who stay in their lane, who don't ask too many questions, who keep grinding while someone else builds wealth off their labor. You're not dumb. You're not lazy. You're just operating with the wrong manual. So what do you actually do? How do you reprogram? First, shift from job to skills. Your job is temporary. Your skills are forever. Stop thinking, I'm a cashier or I'm an assistant. Start thinking, I'm someone who understands customer service and communication and systems. Those skills can be monetized 100 different ways. You're not trapped in one role. You're a walking business. Second, build multiple streams, even small ones. Freelance on the side. Sell something online. Create content. Teach what you know. The goal isn't to replace your income overnight. It's to break the mental prison of one income source. Once you prove to yourself you can make money outside your job, everything changes. Third, learn the basics of investing. I'm not saying become a stock guru. I'm saying understand that money sitting still is dying money. Even putting $100 a month into an index fund starts to build something. Compound interest is real. Time is your biggest advantage. But you have to start. The fear of losing a little bit is keeping you from gaining a lot. Fourth, change your language. Stop saying, I can't afford it. Start asking, how could I afford it? Stop saying, that's not realistic. Start asking, what would make it realistic? Your words shape your brain. Your brain shapes your actions. Your actions shape your life. It all starts with how you talk to yourself. And fifth, find new voices. If everyone around you thinks the same way, you'll stay the same. Listen to people who've done what you want to do. Read, watch, learn, reprogram the code. Here's the thing. You're going to look back on this moment one day. Maybe it's 5 years from now, maybe 10. And you're going to remember the exact feeling you had watching this video. You're going to remember that little voice that said, maybe I really could change this. And you'll either smile because you actually did it, or you'll feel that sick regret because you let the fear win again. The programming is strong. It's comfortable. It's familiar. But comfortable is just another word for stuck. You don't have to stay there. The rules that kept your parents safe are the same rules keeping you small. It's not disrespectful to outgrow them. It's necessary. Your financial freedom starts the moment you stop accepting their limits as your reality. So, if you're ready, if something in you just woke up, do me a favor. Comment the word escape right now. Not for me, for you. Let be the line in the sand. The moment you decided to stop playing someone else's game. And if you want more truth like this, more breakdowns of the systems that keep you stuck, subscribe. Because we're just getting started. The choice is yours. Stay programmed or reprogram yourself. The clock's ticking either way.